Blade Show 2023 was great. I mean, how could it not be? Had all that neat stuff there. But you go to any event, and it's easy to kind of forget all the planning and hard work that you have to do to make it good. And that involves a lot of running around, both before the show and during the show. I do a lot of running around during the show getting my stuff done, but I found somebody who actually does more running around than I do. And she has the title of Blade Show Director. I was very happy to get a couple minutes with Alicia Newton, who's busy throughout the entire show, both day and evening. I wanted to keep the interview sort of short because she is very busy. So let's meet Alicia Newton and get a little more insight on what the Blade Show is all about. So here we are at the Blade Show, and I'm with Alicia Newton, who is the director of the Blade Show, and we have to do this interview in the hallway because she's so busy that at any moment's notice, I thought I'd find her smoking a cigar with her feet on the desk, just letting things run, but not the case. So it's our pleasure to meet you here with this interview. And I guess my first question is, well, I'll just set this up. I talked to somebody in South Africa one time, and I asked him, he was talking about getting together with me, and I said, are you going to the Blade Show? And he goes, oh no. He says, someday I'll be going to the Blade Show. It was like a kid talking about, you know, some great amusement park. And it made me realize a couple years ago, I'm kind of privileged to be going to such a great show. But what would you say? Why would someone want to come to the Blade Show?
Well, I mean, you have two different perspectives. You have that of an exhibitor. So obviously, if you are in the knife community, this is the world's largest knife show. But if you're an attendee who's a knife enthusiast or even a hobbyist, again, it's the world's largest knife show. It's your opportunity to see knives from, we have about 28 countries represented here. So if you've ever wanted to meet, you know, a Brazilian knife maker, a South African knife maker, a knife maker from Spain, from Argentina, and you've been following their work, this may be the only opportunity that you would ever get to actually be face-to-face with them and purchase their knives. Obviously too, you know, with social media as big as it is now, so many of these guys follow their favorite makers on social media, and this gives them a chance to now face-to-face engage with them, meet them, and then probably more than anything else to come to the Blade Show, it's your opportunity to actually put your hands on the knives, see them, feel them, flip them, fold them, whatever your thing is that you love about knives, it gives you that opportunity to really get your hands on the knives, see the knives, and then even more so, again, meet the custom maker, meet the people behind the knives.
I think, you know, there's a lot of little knife shows, but this one's kind of becoming a mecca, and it's also kind of becoming a festival. Everybody is really in a party atmosphere. Everybody seems to be in a good mood, you know. And do you have any future plans for expanding or different activity?
So expanding Blade Show Atlanta, we will continue to stay in the area that we are. However, we already host Blade Show Texas. So in 2024, that will be our 4th year in Texas. And then in October of this year, we will host Blade Show West, and that will be its 2nd year in Utah. We started back in Portland in 2018, and with COVID and some other things like everybody else in the event business, you know, we had to cease operations for a little bit, but we have found a great new home in Salt Lake City, and this will be our 2nd year.
How big is the Blade Show West going to be, do you think? It's expanding?
Blade Show West will be about 250 exhibitors. Our Texas show right now is about 325, but we're adding more space. We're expanding in Texas. That show's really taken off and growing. And then compared to our Atlanta show, which is about 950 exhibitors.
So you're really building a brand.
We are. And we have really focused on geographically going to the areas where there is, a large population of knife enthusiasts. Texas, obviously, huge. They have been a great state. We've really wanted to get into Texas for a long time. And, to some degree, COVID worked in our favor and gave us that opportunity to do that because some event space opened up. And like I said, we're already expanding. We were in the exhibit hall in 22, so by 24 we'll have already taken on more space.
And I noticed some of the things you were talking about in some other interviews that you gave about working with the people locally. How important do you think it is building relationships?
I can tell you in Atlanta, this is our, I think, 28th or 29th year in Atlanta. We have been working with the Convention Center Visitors Bureau, the Cobb Galleria, the Cobb County, and they are outstanding partners and have been for a long time. They really enjoy this event, so we get a lot of support from Cobb County. We get a lot of support from the hotels. And then even just the staff here at the Cobb Galleria are outstanding and really become almost a part of the Blade family, if you will. Some of these guys, this is my 15th year running Blade Show, and a lot of these guys, even here in Atlanta, I couldn't do this show without all of them because they've just become such a huge part of us producing this event.
How many more years do you think you're going to hang in there?
Until the good Lord tells me I can't do it anymore.
That's terrific. Well, I talked to a few people around, and they're really enjoying the show. So it's great to be here, and it's another fine job pulling it off. So, Alicia, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
That was very nice and very informative. I tell you, Alicia is so busy that right after the interview, she had to answer about 7 text messages that came in just a very short time that we were speaking together. So I'm glad all this hard work pays off. It's a great show. Hope to see you all there and have fun.